Looks like we got 1 minute left. And it is now 5 o'clock. So in honor of keeping to a schedule, since all of our classes are back to back this evening, we are going to go ahead and get this class started. So I'm going to hit the record button. And I'm going to screen share Yzma's slide for the computer to see. So this is Squire Master Yzma, who will be presenting her class on leather watercolor dye techniques. If the class goes over the 1 hour time allotment, you can join her in the Chaos Wars Discord's after class discussion, where we have a text chat or a voice chat, and she can continue her class there and answer all of your questions and comments. Go ahead and take it away, Yzma.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my humble abode and my workshop. As you can see, I have a face cam, but I also have a secondary camera through my phone that you guys are also welcome to pin to your Zoom screen, which Sven, if you want to drop a comment on how to do that, just in case for our latecomers, because I am aware that you know how to do that, I do not. We are going to go ahead and do some wonderful watercolor leather techniques today. And this is something that's kind of a trade secret that I started doing a little while ago, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. Also, welcome to my very first class that I've ever done. I do like meetings and things like that at other events, but this will be my very first class. Thank you, Sven. I see that. So just in case everybody else doesn't see that, y'all can see your comments. So we have a couple of tools I'm going to introduce, as well as the dyes that we're using in case you want to do this at home. If you want to buy them in the future as well, don't forget to check out the recording later on when she posts it. If you are doing it at home, I do recommend, I am not very smart when I look at my computer, go ahead and turn your voice channel on and then comment that way if you have a question mid whatever I happen to be doing. So my hands will be very dirty, so I'm not going to try to touch my computer at all because it is a touchscreen Chromebook. So I don't want to be anywhere near that right now. And I won't touch my phone either, so that's going to stay. If there's an angle problem with that, if you can't see something, again, please speak up so I can actually hear you, other than me trying to read stuff. That's just me helping you guys out so you can see what the hell I'm doing. So let's go ahead. We're going to go over our tools and our leather first. Again, you guys should be seeing that camera right over there. If you can see my face cam, it's right there. If not, you might need to look around Zoom and then do what Sven says. So we have 3 pieces of leather today. This first one right on top, I believe that's a good angle, is our tooled piece. This one is all beveled and tooled with our beveling and modeling and scrying tools. So I've already obviously pre-made everything. And then you guys can see all the beautiful tool work on it. These are just some rupees from Zelda. This was my very first watercolor pouch, so that's why I wanted to do that today. Then we have my laser engraved pouch. It is one of our fancy new tools that we have out here in the Wolfstead, and these are just kind of engraved on top. If you guys have seen my pictures before, just some mushrooms, and we'll do some techniques with that. And then this one, it looks like it's blank, but it's actually not. So thankfully, we have 3 fun techniques to use today. I'm just checking out my camera, sorry. We have 3 fun techniques to use today, and they're all different. So I don't think this will take the full hour, but it might. So hopefully we'll be okay. So we're gonna go ahead and go over our other tools. I already showed you guys the 3 tooling things that I used. Again, just a simple pin modeling tool, my beveler, and my little thumb guard, and then my cutting tool, obviously to get that wonderful tooling in there. I also have some gloves and paper towels. I have a little container for my water stain in case one of my things requires me to like mix colors and things like that. I like having an extra bucket. or pan, whatever. I also have some paint brushes. I have what I call my flooding paintbrush, or just a larger paintbrush. Zoe, shush. Sorry, cat. I have a flooding paintbrush, and then I also have a small kind of dipping paintbrush. You can get these anywhere. You can get them at Michael's. You can get them anywhere you would buy paintbrushes. And of course, you know, gloves and paper towels are super easy to find right now. So let me show off some dies. So we got a couple of dies that I generally use on a regular basis. They are all EcoFlow water stain dies. So I like using these because they are exactly what they say they are. They are water stains. So you apply water to them to make them thinner. They're like watercolors where you can change around the looks if you mix colors together, etc. You can make purple with, you know, red and blue. It's all very simple. And then we have some fancier things. Sorry, booped my camera. Even though this one says professional, it's not a really big deal. Pearl, we will see later. It just makes it very shiny and obviously pearlesque. And then I have a gold as well. Now, gold obviously isn't like yellow. It makes it very shiny and nice, but it also takes a very long time to dry. All right. Then some other tools we have today that I want to make sure you guys have at home if you're ever going to do this. I have my squirt bottle, my handy dandy squirt bottle, and then I also have a water dropper. So the point of the water dropper, obviously you can buy these anywhere, but you want to make sure that you have one that obviously can drop one drop at a time for when you do this project. And I will show you guys in a bit why. Obviously this is a workstation, but this is actually just a huge chunk of marble on my desk. So the marble is for tooling and etc. And then I also have some smaller bottles of dye, obviously very messy, but some purples, some other things like that. I think that about covers it. So we're going to go ahead and get started on my very first one then. Again, remember, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and actually speak up to me because I'm probably not going to be reading chat very often. And if I do, it'll be near the end. And just like Sven, I'll probably have a Q&A at the end as well. And I will try to be on the Discord because my new computer doesn't have Discord on it yet, but I will get there and I will get on Discord. So we're going to go ahead and start off by making sure we have some gloved hands, my bright green gloved hands. So this one is a fun one. Again, this is where I got my water stain started. So we're going to go ahead and wet down our leather quite a bit. And it's probably going to absorb as leather should. You might be able to see the shininess on my phone camera. You can probably see me just like moving around the water and things like that. This is kind of a, it can be a little, I don't know what a professional word for it would be. It's kind of a bitchy process. So I apologize for my language. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep wetting that down. What I am creating is a puddle. Literally, and that's the layman's terms of it. It's the professional term too. I am creating my puddle. We're going to go ahead and try to do this in the actual rupee color. So I'm going to go ahead and grab myself some crimson dye. I'm going to go ahead and put that couple of drops into my water stain bucket. And we're just going to kind of control our puddle a bit. And just like skin, it will pretty much absorb into the leather. The water, I mean. And I'll get my dropper just in case. And I want to create that puddle. So hopefully you guys can see it on the camera, but I now have a puddle on my leather. Sorry, that's for my brush. Boop, boop, boop. And I want to dip that color into my puddle. I'm just creating a bigger puddle. See, this is the nice thing about the tooling, is that it generally keeps it in this shape. Now I can move around my puddle because I've already made my leather fairly wet. It's very wet leather. So now it doesn't really want to absorb it anymore. So it's really cool. And I can push around this dye. And I can push around the cat hair that is already in my design because, of course.